Bitcoin got exactly rejected from the level I've talked about yesterday on my video and on my Twitter page. So in this exact video, I will exactly talk about what is next for Bitcoin, what are the levels we should be looking at, and what will happen if we break above this resistance, the CME gap, and many more important charts we need to discuss right now. So without any further ado, guys, don't forget to slap up the like button, back above 400 likes on today's update video. With that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content, because right now for Bitcoin, we're still creating a CME gap below us, but be on high alert. 98% of all the CME gaps, they tend to get filled up here approximately a week after creation. Will this one be filled up again here? But am I 100% sure? No, of course not. So we'll be paying attention towards this level, but I'm not 100% convinced we necessarily have to fill it up. But more importantly, Bitcoin got once again rejected from this exact level I have talked about in my previous video and on my Twitter page. I said Bitcoin is running in towards resistance, and if we break this level, I think 26.5k is next, and I will be exactly talk about why I think 26.5k is next, because 26.5k is exactly my resistance target. But you can clearly see this is the level to be looking to be breaking, since we already got rejected by it 3 times in a row. And if we do break above this level, this could definitely very well mean a very good long opportunity to actually long this retest on the breakout. But at the same time, Bitcoin is potentially right now creating a new consolidation phase, and if we're looking at Bitcoin, we're creating somewhat of a downward sloping resistance line here on the 4-hourly time frame, and also we are right now creating an upward sloping support line. So Bitcoin is maybe potentially creating a new symmetrical triangle here on the 4-hourly time frame. But anyways, Bitcoin is getting ready for a big move here, and I think the best trading opportunity out there in the market right now here is actually to wait for that confirmation of that breakout, long that exact retest, and then expect another move towards the upside. At least that is what I will be doing here for the imminent short term. I mean, another thing for the imminent short term, Bitcoin of course has moved up significantly towards the upside, and right now it's consolidating in this new consolidation phase. And honestly, I think it's going to be breaking out whenever the news is going to hit the market that the Bitcoin spot ETF is going to get accepted, right? And we're expecting it's going to get accepted in the coming 71 days. Why? Is because in exactly 71 days from now on, the final deadline is going to be there for the ARK Investment Bitcoin Spot ETF. So due to the fact that Grayscale actually lost the case against the SEC, we're right now 100% certain it's gonna come. And of course, we do know Gary Gensler is currently working together with the issuers to complete the filings. So we're expecting that probably within 71 days, we're going to get this Bitcoin halving, since the fact that if the ETF gets accepted, it only takes 5 days before it hits the market. And also pricing in the fact that in 162 days, there's going to be a huge shift in supply. Demand is actually going to rise, the supply is actually going to shrink, and that will probably cause another massive pump here. So I will be expecting that Bitcoin is really going to be breaking outside of the region once really the news is going to hit the market about the ETF getting accepted. So I mean, Bitcoin right now also creating that golden cross in the market. The last time we created a golden cross, Bitcoin actually dropped there. So let's see if it's going to be playing out the same here. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, but eventually still after the period, Bitcoin still moved up higher. It even retested the 200 daily moving average, what is definitely very interesting. But honestly, I think that this period is one of the most interesting periods in the market. Why? Is because currently actually what we can see here is that if I'm zooming out here, is that actually the long-term supply is still accumulating and the short-term supply is not accumulating at all. What currently means the opportunity for Bitcoin is only getting bigger and bigger, and that makes myself super excited. So honestly, I see this as a gigantic opportunity in the market, since short-term supply is not really paying attention towards the market of Bitcoin right now here. So if you want to be trading this, guys, make sure to go to the link description, because this is literally the last opportunity you will have to accept and accumulate this $1,000 Bitcoin airdrop position, because it's gonna expire in 16 hours from now on. And all you need to do here is sign up the account using the link below, deposit $100 within 7 days, complete KYC, and you can claim a free $1,000 airdrop position on BYBIT. Make sure to check it out here. It's only valid for another 16 hours. And yes, if you do not claim it, it won't be available after anymore. So if we're going to be looking at Bitcoin, 2023 has actually been an amazing year for Bitcoin. So we've been moving upwards, and right now, once again, we create a new high. And the question really remains, what is going to be happening next for Bitcoin, right? What is going to be the next move for Bitcoin, and what should our next move be? So looking then at Bitcoin, I really think that this is the level to be looking at. If Bitcoin were to be coming down here, what some people are predicting, I honestly don't think we're really going to dump very hard. I think we're going to come down to $31,000 to $32,000 and find massive support over there. And honestly, honestly, if I do get the opportunity to long Bitcoin right here, I will definitely do it. So this will be my perfect scenario. Bitcoin comes down to $32,000. I open up $1 million US long position and I make a ton of money along the way up here, since I do really think that this is going to be a super important level. You can clearly see that this basically has been the previous bull market support. And here it flipped into resistance. So if we were to be having a retest of this level, it would definitely mean a gigantic opportunity. The reason why I also said if Bitcoin breaks above this level right here, $36,000 is the next target, is since $36,000 is my main resistance target. And if we manage to be breaking above that, I think $43,000 is going to be the next target. But since $36,000 is the weekly low, I really expect that this is going to be a tough level to be breaking above of. And if we retest it, I probably will be expecting we're going to see at least some resistance getting found around that level. So I will be looking closely towards that level. But of course, once the Bitcoin spot ETF news hits the market, it's probably not going to be a very hard level to be breaking, because I personally really think, because at that point of time, I actually think Bitcoin is just going to be crushing through that level. So Bitcoin, I mean, we're right now seeing a gigantic shift in trend. This was the bull market phase in the market. This was the bear market phase in the market. And right now we're breaking outside of it. So a big change of trend is currently playing out here. And this is something to be paying attention towards. And of course, like we do know here, once Bitcoin get overbought on the weekly time frame, those are the periods in the market where the majority of the gains come from. And right now we're about to be getting overbought. So definitely interesting to see here. While at the same time, volume remains to be dropping, what means that actually, relatively speaking, the Bitcoin market is not required a lot of money to be moved, and that makes it also very interesting in my opinion. And this is more a signal that there are less sell orders in the market, and that is why Bitcoin is moving up, because the volume is not necessarily spiking. And this is on the BLX chart, guys, and that means that it is all the Bitcoin charts combined, so the volume is very accurate on this chart right here. So it's definitely very interesting. The volume is not necessarily spiking, but Bitcoin is. So there's just a shift on people that are actually not willing to sell anymore. So is it really Bitcoin pumping, or is it really that the sellers are exhausted? And it looks to be that the sellers are just super exhausted, and that is why Bitcoin is currently moving towards the upside. And it's quite interesting to see that also the behavior on on-chain data is really indicating that people are not really actually willing to sell their Bitcoin for $34,000. So that is why Bitcoin already has been hovering above $34,000 for 7 days straight here. So super bullish developments in the market. But this was it for me in today's update video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.